Hey traders, welcome to episode 743 of the show. You could be doing anything, but you're here on a Friday, and I appreciate it. Just got home, really. Been hanging out with my friends. We've been all watching BlizzCon together, which is an annual event for Activision Blizzard, the company, which, you know, they're the makers of Warcraft and Diablo and StarCraft, Hearthstone, all that. So it was fun getting to go over there. He lives really close to me, so it's quite convenient. Made it very easy for me to just get back to just go live for maybe an hour or so. I don't know, like, depends on the price action, the hype in the chat, all that. You know, it always depends. And we're just gonna do it, man. Really sucks, dudes. The stream got taken down for copyright yesterday, but I don't think it'd have been the same stream if it wasn't for the music being played that took us down. So, yeah, fantastic stream. If you missed it, well, that sucks. I'm working on figuring out how to download this song or not this stream that I have access to, but no one else on the planet does. Once I figure it out, I'm gonna download it and get it sent over to Chalin, and he's gonna edit it, and we're just gonna have a nice highlight video of that stream. Be fun at least, right? So consolation to this, you know, the whole stream being taken down, but no big deal, man. Thanks to all of y'all for coming out. It was like a 6-hour live stream. We went hard, super duper marathon stream. And the Bitcoin Knight was born as kind of a character. Don't know if you're gonna have access to voting on the hat though. I don't think that's gonna be a thing. I think we'll just do Bitcoin Knight sometimes. We'll figure it out, dude. Okay, it's very new, very new. So Bitcoin today, as of recent, has started moving up a little bit. Just a little bit. In the past hour, we're at 92.88. This is actually the highest high of the 4-hour candle, the last 4-hour candle of the day before the new daily candle opens in less than 2 hours. So I guess we can do the 4-hour. I'll look at it a little bit closer, but you can see, right? Well, I mean, this is the daily. High and tight bull pull bull flag, staying above for the third time right now, unless it changes in the next 2 hours. It'll be the third time testing that 200-day moving average, and you're regarding it as support now, when at one time it was resistance. You couldn't break it and failed and dumped. So now here we are on the other side of the coin, the Bitcoin. 200. All right, outside the channel, above the 200s. Not bad. So after stream, I'll be, you know, it's like people are in town for this thing, and we're just gonna go out and party hardy, and then tomorrow's the Florida-Georgia football game. That's gonna be fun to watch, and the rest of BlizzCon. So yeah, man, it's gonna be a really fun weekend. Hopefully it's gonna be a fun weekend for you. The only thing that would derail my weekend is if Bitcoin volatility picked up, which in that case everything's gonna be ruined, and I'll probably just be streaming, you know, just to cover it for you. But so far that hasn't happened yet, but it does look like we're getting to round out a little bit, and momentum shifting somewhat, some small degree. The lower lows, lowest low, higher lows now, and now we're rallying. I think we bullishly engulfed on the last 4-hour candle for rising to the upside, nearly at 9,300. We hadn't seen 9,300 since yesterday, believe it or not. We were there briefly. No candle closes above 9,300 since October 30th, 2 days ago. So it's good that we're holding 9,000. It does look weird, right? On the daily, it looks like a high and tight flag, but then on the 4-hour, if you look at it, we're disregarding the crazy wickage, the FOMO stuff. Anchor point 1 and 2 and 3. It just almost looks like a rectangle or a slightly upsloping flag. Just consolidation after a very violent impulse. $44 billion worth of volume, I believe, happened on 1 week ago today. It's the anniversary of this pump, man. We're here. Will anything happen from that? Well, the good news, I guess, on the 4-hour is the fact that all our negative momentum is almost gone. We've not seen positive momentum on Bitcoin since the 28th, which was, I believe, Sunday or Saturday. I think it was maybe Sunday. So a whole, you know, 5-day period has gone by with no positive momentum, and now we're getting back to neutral, and there is a chance if we were to rally that positive momentum could pick up. We could run to maybe the top of the range, right, where we get to nearly $10,000. Great news, I guess, is impulse up, and then you're consolidating, and the volume is receding. You can clearly see receding volume, which calm before the storm stuff, meaning like impending move soon. All right. Eventually you'll get another larger volume candle after this completely becomes almost inexistent, which we're almost there. We're almost at inexistent volume. during this consolidation period. All right. The critical resistance above you is really looking left. Cracked above all that May 2019 level stuff. And the big resistance is around $10,000. Here you are, man. This is that where we up thrusted. We just too high, too fast, 43% gains in less than a day. You hit that and pulled back pretty hard, and we've been consolidating below it ever since. And so breaking that ever could be momentous, where we could see 11,000 after 10,000. There's very little resistance above us after, again, 10K. So that's your Bitcoin update. Just wanted to make sure you were briefed today, at least once. That's it, man. Hey, US Steel. Anyone see US Steel? Let's go. Up like 30% since the entry of that trade, which if you watch this stream, you'd know all about US Steel. You wouldn't be like, what's he talking about, man? You'd be like, yeah, dude. US Steel. Connect. No, Vince K. Cannot accept Patreon and Bitcoin or crypto because it's Patreon system. It is not our own. So they don't accept it, so we can't accept it. So, no. But hey, remember, yeah, it is the beginning of the month. I forgot. 1st November, the best day to join the Patreon if you want to become more learned and understand greater what I do, like how I analyze charts, how to look for trade setups, how to perceive what value actually is on a chart. And you also want some trade setups too, join the Patreon. This is the day to do it. If you're going to join the Patreon, this is it, man. You get 30 days of value or 31 days of value versus 30 versus 29, 28. Each day that goes by, you lose the value because, it bills on the 1st. Patreon bills on the 1st of the month. So already had a few that joined today, and I want to shout them out real quick. Just give me a second. Brian R, welcome back, man. Go Vols, Doctor, I think DR, Andrew P, Patrick D, Alan J, Chad T, Nathaniel T, Mark B, Mr. Schaffer, man. Thank you all for joining the Patreon today. Really, really appreciate all the support. Because of people like you, I'm able to come back for the most part multiple times a day to do analysis, education, and of course we look for trade setups all the time, right? And we find trade setups all the time, and they play out a lot. So thank you all for supporting the stream and the team that is with me. Okay, because it's not just me that gets the Patreon. People on the team get a cut. So because they deserve it, because they put in good work. All right, so that's Bitcoin. Not much has happened. 92.63 up 1.4%. You really haven't moved much, right? There's been very little movement since a few days ago. Awesome. Okay, Ethereum and log scale, just looking at it because, dude, this dump here was so violent that I wouldn't be able to confine everything inside the parameters of a channel. Just because the angle was so steep. But when you go to log scale, you can clearly see how nice it looks. You're clearly confined inside of a downtrend until, probably above $210, $215. Impulse up sloping consolidation. But the thing about Ethereum that was kind of, you had divergence, and it seems like the divergence played out. Right, you did impending price action reversal. You got it, but when you got it, you went from 192 all the way down to like 177, and now you're beginning to rally off the bottom trend line of this little upsloping flag with anchor point 1 and 2 and 3. Now you have 4 and now 5 touches, and you're also bouncing off the 200 moving average on the 4-hour. So it could be a little double bottom going on. It's all on Bitcoin, man. Whatever Bitcoin does, these altcoins are going to follow it. It's nothing new. It's nothing crazy. Nothing wild. All right, so if you looked at it like a double bottom, and the breakout point is what we've tested and failed already at 198, nearly $200. Breaking down a measured move would give us around $244, $245. 100% measured move. Okay, that's Ethereum. Yep, showed divergence like Bitcoin on Friday before the pump. Many did. Many alts did, chat. Okay. Okay, so XRP. Just looking at it, no real change here. I mean, you know, the way, if you've been watching the stream kind of recently, you've seen how I've shifted kind of my view. It's just another view. It's not like the other views aren't real and stuff. It's just more like just going with Wyckoffian stuff with supports, resistances, ranges. You know, we tried to break out of the bottom of the range multiple times, and both times we failed miserably and had big rallies to the upside. And then there was the inner part of that range, the bottom of the range, that we broke above, fell, then back tested this area before having a pretty crazy move up, and now we're back above it. And the analysis on this is if we stay above this 27.975 cent area long enough, I think there's a lot of upside potential on XRP. There really is. It really is. I mean, I think first target's probably going to be around 37.4 cents, and another target's going to be around 44, nearly 45 cents. If Bitcoin and the macro holds up, XRP should eventually do well if it stays above this support. That's it, man. That's XRP. Thanks for the 420 people watching.
Is that a join?
If you're enjoying the live stream, that like button, that bell, that sub. Let's get 100 likes. Stat. Oh, I have to do something. Okay, I think we're good. Maybe. Okay, yeah, we're good. It's okay, Roy. Hi, Desert Garden. Good to see you, man. Adrian A. Rush Pabs, Tai. Did anyone dress up like Winnie the Pooh? No, I didn't see anyone dressed up like him. I think it's too crazy. You know what that is. Let's go to Litecoin, then I'll continue looking at some chat. Okay, Litecoin and log scale is not broken out anything. Right? You just hit it, but it looks like a nice bull flag until it's not, until it fails. It is certainly looking like a high and tight flag, just like Bitcoin. You know, you had the same type of divergence develop, the fake out to one more sell-off before rallying hard. And then we can go to the 4 hour and look at, you know, linear that we have broken out. Oops. What the heck? There we are. All right, so your big downtrend. After making that adjustment from the false breakout of September 18th, 19th, you can clearly see momentum shift breakout point and huge impulse up, and of course just consolidating. Skyward man.
Bruh.
Sounds like I missed a good one last night. That's okay. We'll make up for it this weekend with a BTC pump stream. Could you look at Beyond Meat for me, sir? Bind. Possibly double bottom on the 4 hour, divergence for days, bro. Kangs, clinking beer mugs, 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 clinking beer mugs.
Oh yeah, man, we can look at Beyond Meat Connect. Fill the gap. That's certain. And it's going lower. Going even lower, man. We're 88%. No, not even at the 88% rate. Retrace yet. Wow. Okay. Thanks for the clinking beer mugs at 1337. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, we never know if there's gonna be a pump on Bitcoin. It does seem like on the 4 hour you're losing all your negative momentum and you're getting back to neutral. And sometimes when you get to neutral, you start building positive momentum. And really, a lot of times runs start when that positive momentum starts appearing. So, but I'm not saying it's going to happen with Bitcoin right now. You already see, like, you already over 9,300, and you're already just pulling back to 92.17. Like, what? What are you doing? Like, it's just very controlled and it's just in the consolidation churning phase right now. You know, you get impulse phase, consolidation, impulse, consolidation, impulse, consolidation, over and over and over again, right? That's Bitcoin. A lot of plugs were, a lot of, what is it? Beer mugs were clinked, yes, for sure. So next target here is the 88% retrace at 67.82, and that's your next target. I mean, maybe there is divergence or something on the RSI, I guess. It just seems kind of weird. I don't see a pattern, really. Not yet. I think we did this already. It just didn't save for me. It's like 1 and 2 and then 3 here. You know, the downtrend you're in. And you're hitting the heart line. But again, man, it's like there's not a pattern. You're just deep within a downtrend. You're correcting after a really nice run from inception of $46 all the way up to $238. Now you're at $82. So you're getting closer and closer to that IPO level. And we know that I think this week, at the very beginning of the week, Beyond Meat insiders were able to offload their positions, right? There's a lockout period for a certain amount of time for any IPO, or the insiders, you know, a lot of shares aren't able to sell, and that's for the sake of the asset itself, so it doesn't just crash and burn. So yeah, their lockout period ended, and they it's continuing to dump. Correction, big volume on earnings. So that's your Beyond Meat, man. I don't see a real trade setup here. I just see that we might have a target of 67.80 if, you know, it's to continue to sell off. I mean, maybe there's support at 76.88 looking left, just a very small little pivot point maybe. But again, I don't know. I don't still lots of negative momentum, and it's waning a little bit, but there's still just so much of it. But you know, you are oversold, so shorting here is not a really good idea. Again, I just don't see much opportunity on Beyond Meat right now for just if we're talking about a traditional trade setup, you know. So it happens. You're not gonna have a trade setup all the time on any asset at any given time. Here is United States Steel Corporation. Let's go, dude. Entry was like $10.50 or something stupid. And, well, we were showing divergence. We were at an 88.6% retrace and literally no lower. And so at the entry, I mean, that was it. So you've been holding this, you've been waiting, and now it's really, really paying off. Doubled my gains today. Again, like, I think it's 30% since the entry, and this is just the beginning for this momentously sized pattern. Been in development. It started in January of 2016, so we're saying an almost 4-year large pattern at its completion, at its pivot point, and it is starting, and it should go much higher, and it may take a long time to get much higher, but this is what we call a position trade, where you take a long on an asset there's value, stupid amounts of value on US Steel at these levels, and this could last. This run, who knows, it could go to 50% retrace. You know, that's like nearly $25, $26. I don't see a double bottom with divergence on Beyond Meat, dude. So third eye trader, man. Seth Dominus, Aussie 85. There's Julia. Hi. You don't know, Bitcoin Night is literally here. Julia got it for me. That is him. That is who I was for Halloween. Let's go. So cruelty, crazy action on Activision. Yeah, it makes sense because BlizzCon's going on. So yeah, I mean, it ended the day in the red a little bit, but yeah, it went from like $55 all the way to $57. Hit that 382 again and failed to make the highest high of the. Matched it though. I think we saw that in late September or something. The same high. That 382 is where Activision got to. We can look at that next. But Diablo 4 is coming out. Well, they released the cinematics for it. Really, really cool if you're into that stuff. And Warcraft Shadowlands, World of Warcraft Shadowlands has been unveiled as a thing. Cinematic for that was good. I don't know. Overwatch is doing PvE now, and then Hearthstone's got new stuff coming too. So they got a lot in the pipeline. Of course, Warcraft 3 Reforged hasn't been talked about, but I do think this weekend that they're going to have a release date before 2020. But they'll have like an official one at least, which we don't know. We all know it's just going to be out before 2020, and it's in beta right now. This is United States Steel, as said when I came to this asset. Normally I'm going to say the name of the asset right at the beginning of the analysis. X. Okay, much higher to go, but anyone taking a long after a day of 15% is asking to lose money in the short term. All right, this could pull back easy before running again, if it does. Okay. Let's go to Activision. For the Horde or something. So this is, man, lots of volatility today. A big event, an annual event for Activision. Again, lowest point was 55.50 and you got as high as 57.41. Again, could be double topping or something. One high, second high, first high, all this positive momentum. Second time, absolutely no positive momentum. And obviously lower levels of relative strength. But again, it's like, we'll see. Definitely looks like kind of weak at this 38% retrace, doesn't it? It's a little bit, but could be just setting up for higher prices, man. We know that my major profit taking level is going to be around 62.38. I don't know, up like 20% on this, and I know some people are in even before me with even more gains. But again, that's the gap fill. That's a 50% retrace. It's kind of the measure move of this rounding structure that we broke out of. So just all eyes on 62.35 after losing over half your value in a 5-month period from October 2018 to February 2019. 4 months, whatever. All right, so nice day. Flip Tyson Bailey, Francisco Bandera. Funny night last night. Yeah, it was super fun, dude. Funny, I guess, as well. Why is Vegeta off? I don't know, because he's just always on. He's been on for... I guess we can put him back on if you want. I got Chaylin working on something now that's going to be hilarious. I think y'all might love it, and probably be the first person to ever do it. Ever, okay? We've done a few of those things. First person to ever do this or that with live streaming. We're going to do it, man. And you're going to be like, I can't believe he's done this. This is wild. And it was all because of a picture I took of myself like on stream last night. It was accidental. I'm like, wait a second. This is a good idea. We should do this. We're going to do things. Someone's asking about EX. This down today, I think. It's had a nice few days before it. Oh, barely down any, man. Right? Down like not even 1%. Yext we can. Bullish Gartley, bullish divergence. Ended up getting triple MACD bullish divergence, triple RSI bullish divergence before breaking the downslipping resistance. Getting above the entry of the trade, which was around $15.14. And what have we done? From the highest point to lowest point, well, let's adjust this now. Got to adjust it. Still not much of a difference, if it's that small. A 23% retrace is what we've hit. We've hit the most shallow retrace, and there are times when even at the 23% retrace, we can begin to sell off before making a higher low again and then running to the next fib node, which is $17.72. All right. But that's it, man. You've got higher to go. All right, we're looking for 1877, 1983 are good profit-taking levels on this. Okay, next we can. Bullish Gartley Connect. Very nice. Yeah, we'll look at the S&P. It's fine. S&P 500 gapped up, continuing to make all-time highs, up almost 1% today. And this is it, right? So we know the first target after breaking and back testing twice, you gave confirmation in this market 2 times that you're out. And so you're rallying. 307.64 is the next target. After that's 310, which 307 is $3,007, I believe, or $3,070, 3,100, 3,145. That's the SPX, the actual index price. It's just an ETF which pays dividends, so owning the SPY is always good. You get more shares too, even though it's gonna equal out. It's whatever. Man, it's been a long time since I looked at this chart, but it was beautiful. It was so amazing. Natural gas. All the story that was told here was so brilliant, man. It was like perfect. All right. I mean, you can't even make this up how perfect it was. It was ungodly. Like, we had this all plotted, okay? And there was this down-sloping resistance of this crazy channel. I don't know why this is off. It's probably something to do with log scale, linear scale, like 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4. And so what happened was we had developed in December 2016 all the way to like October 2018, we had this huge symmetrical triangle develop. And look what happened. The measured move of the triangle, once we broke out, we ran all the way to that measured move, which was at $4.62, but we ran higher than that. And what did we do? We ran higher only to touch this down-sloping resistance like the Jesus, man, before crashing and burning. If you remember, this was a hedge fund, or the online options people.com. They, went bankrupt. I mean, they lost everything. They lost all their people's money that they were managing, and so the huge crash. But now here we are, down here, kind of look like inverse head and shouldering. God, it's such a legendary freaking pattern that did it perfectly. So as it stands, it's like it would be an upsloping and a neckline, which is wild. Those aren't the best. They're real though. So just a neckline's way up here at like 288. But you don't have to look at it like that, I guess, if you don't want to. But it's good for getting targets. I guess let's just get rid of it. I don't want to. It's so pretty. Too pretty. Okay, so beautiful. So I guess the way we can look at it now is like, you're at these critical resistance points. You up thrusted once, you've run up, and now you're hitting it again, and you haven't broken it, so you're below it. All right, one way we could just look is from that highest point to lowest point, we can understand and realize now that there might be momentum shifting. Okay, momentum shifting because lows, lower lows, lower lows, lowest low. But now something's changed. We're now making a higher low, so there is a form of accumulation going on besides just distribution. So it's good. All right, so if we went from the high point up here to the low point, we know the golden retrace where we could commonly go is between $3.12 all the way up to $3.78.5. Right, so these are target areas eventually for natural gas. It's hit a 23% retrace, giving us validity that this is a good anchor point. This is a valid anchor point, like high to low. Right, you don't know you have an actual major swing low until the asset hits a shallowest retrace, which is 23%, sold off higher low, is now rallying again. and it is above the 200-day moving average for the first time since you broke below it in January. So it's been, 10 months or so since you've been above this 200-day moving average. Not bad. So expect maybe in time, just for a common retrace, unless it just fails and sucks, to see 312 to $3.78.5. That's it. That's natural gas connect. Okay. Either way, big channel, big range. Just a downtrend. We can look at it on the weekly. It probably looks even prettier. Now look at that, man. It's just beautiful. Freaking beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost hit 5. Here's 5. Okay. What's up, W. Valen? Thanks for the kind words. Yeah, dude. It's better to teach people how to make a decision by themselves than to just give them an answer and then they never get any better and they stay dependent. And if they, some people though can't be helped. They're gonna come in and be like, "Oh no, man, it's too complicated. I don't ever want to learn this. I'm not gonna put time into it to invest in myself, so I can do this myself." No way, dude. Like, all right, man. Well, it's a fun hobby. It's been a hobby of mine for, shoot, man, like 8-9 years now. And it's just fun, man. Just to me, there's something about charts and candles that just get me, man. MoneyGram wrecked on earnings. Well, remember the trend was extremely bearish. And that sucks because, like, MoneyGram had only made a little bit over a 23% major retrace. That's so pathetic. That means it's really bad. Everybody's gonna dump on that. This is good music today. Hold on. Sorry, reading something. Yeah, so the jobs report you're talking about, Cruelty, employers added 128,000 jobs in October, more than economists had expected, and that's the Labor Department. And the revisions to the prior month's data tacked on another 95,000 jobs. October's figure would have been stronger had it not been for a strike at General Motors and for the layoffs of some 20,000 temporary census workers. So that's really what it is. And then, phase 1 is going on with the China trade war stuff, That, those two things on top of a third consecutive rate cut, right? I mean, that'll do it. Those things will propagate higher prices on the stock market for sure. New patrons, no rags, still chimes. Yeah, dude, nothing I can do about it. I can't help that it works one month and just doesn't work the next month. It's just ridiculous, man. It makes literally no sense, and there's nothing I can do about it, and support won't help me either. So, like, nothing I can really do. It's just stupid, dude. Oh, I don't see any, Brad, I see no notification of that at all yet. So that might be good news. I haven't seen not one person has joined the Patreon since I went live. So that's where your cause for concern was about the notification not working. But we don't know yet because no one's joined that I see on my side. I would get an email notification. Nothing yet. Yeah, thanks for the nearly 500 people tuned in. Yeah, if you're enjoying the live stream, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. We got 500 people watching. We can easily get 200 likes, right, chat? I mean, that's up to y'all if you like the stream enough to get 200. Okay, so natural gas done. Sky Potato, the guy who was spamming the 3-time leveraged natural gas. Will I ever even hear from you again, dude? Will you even say anything ever again now that I've analyzed pretty much the asset that you're trying to leverage trade? Was that not good enough? You can spam the asset that you want to see over and over and over, but you can't say thank you after I do it? I don't even understand, man. It's like, whatever happened to common courtesy and being polite? Okay. So Intel, I want to look at Intel real quick. So nervous about this one, though. I'm technically in the green, like a little bit. Really nervous just because of the macro. The macro is making me real nervous on short positions. Just what it's doing. I mean, like Garmin's like just going nuts. You know, NPC's up. You know, like some of the positions I were just like, oof. This one now is making me be like, oh my god, look at all the green you're seeing like up here at this PCZ. It's like, oh, is it even gonna hold? You know, like will it dump yet? I mean, there's a gap fill down at like 52.12. You gotta just believe that. At the PCZ, you're showing some Class C bearish divergence up here. I mean, this is the 1414786 area confluence and a lower high. So there's always a chance that, I mean, this is a bearish Gartley, dude. These are extremely reliable patterns. So just right now, I'm like, what? Are you gonna dump, dude? And it's like, what if the macro keeps going nuts? I mean, Intel might easily just keep going to the upside. Jeez. Don't know what the beta is, but it seems pretty good, pretty decent. Okay, does everyone get it? It's like there's a previous all-time high level that you're at, 70%, 1414, a little bit of Class C divergence on the daily. Those are some pretty decent like indicators saying downside, but maybe not. Maybe it just doesn't happen, dude. There you go, Sky Potato. Thanks for the thank yous. AK8204. Thanks for the 48204. Thanks for the sub, dude. You're in the Intel short world. You and me both, dude. Let's see how it goes. Stop loss is just a little bit of, a little bit above 59.68. Wow, Intel, yep, perfect area to go short, but again, it's just, if the macro stays strong, dude, these shorts can just fail. Guess we can shift gears and go back to some crypto, I guess, back and forth, whatever. Grabber, there we go, dude. Back in the chat. By David Godman. Please splash. Please.
Is that a joint?
Dude, Stephen Kahn, man, thanks so much for joining the Patreon. Really, really appreciate it, dude. Super kangish of you. And looking forward to seeing the Discord and enjoy the extremely education-rich Patreon. I mean, there's just so much to learn. Like, if you join the Patreon, if you don't know where to begin with starting to trade, just start watching the education videos. I don't know, how many education videos do we have now? Lots. Many hours of stuff. Twisted Roots. Yeah, I'm down with that. Thank you, dude. Holy crap. So if you can't remember, if you don't know, most recent cryptocurrency trade setup, I believe, was Bitcoin. Bitcoin on last Friday morning, dude. The maturation of the MACD is happening. The RSI was really giving me a lot more confirmation to believe this was it. We were beginning to bullishly engulf. And it was like, it's do or die time. This is it. 61.8% retrace from your December 2018 low to June 2019 high. This was it. Do or die. Boom. Just went straight up, man. Just like all day when I was gone, out of town, man. Posted it. Entry. Gone. And so was Bitcoin. Bitcoin was also gone. Then another one. Right around the same time, a little bit earlier, was ONT. Trade setup. Entry was around 56.41 cents. Boom.
Bruh.
How about BAT? How about BAT, man? August 30th, this was posted as trade setup. Boom. We didn't hit the entry for that until September 25th, so it took like almost a month for us to finally get to the pattern completion zone. But welcome to significant time scales. Welcome to swing trading. Welcome to it not being intraday trade stuff where you can actually have a life and have a job and have kids and do this stuff and do it for a hobby. Have fun, have a hobby that makes you money once you get good enough at it. Pretty good.
Bruh.
Yeah, those were three of them, and then we're doing stocks now too. Go take a look at Texas Instruments, that trade setup. What about Twitter? What about Nike? All those in the Patreon. Posted unofficial trade setups because they're equities. But brilliant. Yext going on. I mean, US Steel wasn't really a Patreon trade setup, but that was one where it's like, dude, we screamed about it, talked about it. Very, very vocal about it. And yeah, again, up 30% since that entry on US Steel. Hit the entry on your birthday when Batson, man. Oh, thank you for saying something. All right. So the powers that be have voted. Yes, they have. What is it? It's the first of the month. Richard R., thanks for the sub, dude. Welcome. The powers that be have voted. Many good ones, and we're going to look at them. But it was really close, dude. It was really, really close. But the winner of our meme of the month for October is Wayne Batson himself. Lord of the Rings, Return of the Kangs, the Drink Troll, Rectoberfest. Ironically, Drink Troll did not show up one time this month, I think, right? That's okay. Y'all are all Drink Trolls. What?
Is that a joint?
Great content as always, man.
Kevin Grubb, man, thanks for the 420. Is that a joint contribution? Very grateful. Thank you, dude. Hype in the chat for Regen. Killing it, dude. He showed me a monthly chart today. I'm just like, oh my god, dude. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, bullish shark near the entry. Look at all the divergence on the wedge. Big breakout, rallying again. No divergence really yet. No real bearish divergence I don't see. You're just at a 23% retrace, which happens, right? Remember, we get up to the 236 and then we sometimes pull back before running again. These are reversal nodes. These are reversal areas. Okay, your price action can reverse here, but to the extent of how far we reverse, a lot of times has to do with the oscillators. If we're showing divergence, if we're not showing divergence and we sell off, it's probably not going to be that bad, and then we just pivot and run again to the next targets. I mean, that next, I think, resistance is going to be around $329, but you know that, Kevin Grubb. Look at the monthly here, though. It's beautiful. It's freaking beautiful. Triple MACD, bullish divergence. Low, lower low, lowest low. Slightly lower low, though, too, right? Beautiful here. Ended up getting Class C bullish divergence on the monthly on the RSI, which is where you double bottom. So you double bottom on the oscillator and you make a lower low on price. So stagnation and momentum. It doesn't mean a penny price action reversal, but if you have Class C bullish divergence and at the same time you have bullish divergence on another oscillator and other bullish signs, it's actually really good. Right, it can like play a role as like a coinciding variable that adds to your argument for taking a trade. Anyway, so what else happened today? Your monthly candle, a new one was born. The last one was a bullish engulfing candle. Last time we got a bullish engulfing candle was June 1st, 2018. Once that bullish engulfing candle happened, we went to a pinnacle of $442. Samantha Johnson, having the chat with Samantha.
Is that a join?
Bruh. Thank you, Samantha. Holy crap. Really, really grateful. Thank you for joining the fam. And thank you just because, again, without the support of the Patreon, you know, it's not going to be as easy to come back and do these market analysis, do the education, just the free stuff. You know, I mean, if you watch the stream, there's so much value in it. Unless, you know, we're having someone was literally complaining on the Halloween stream last night because we were goofing around and talking about different things that didn't have much to do with charts. People complain, right? And it's like, are you cherry picking one holiday stream where I'm dressed up for the first time ever as like a night at the Bitcoin night, and you're complaining about me not doing an FTA today or yesterday? I mean, it's crazy, man. The entitlement of people when it's like, dude, I'm like giving everything I possibly can. Right. So, anyway. Yeah, man. Regen Connect. Wonderful. Okay. I'm in the chat. Big time. So BAT, you know, the trade setup we just looked at. Got it in right mind to maybe do a trade setup with a bull flag on the daily on Bitcoin right now because it looks like a high and tight flag. Here's that BAT, you know, without the trade setup view. This is like the actual chart. You gotta just friggin' love it, man. Just rallying from the entry of the trade setup to the highest point, 82.65% increase in value for this asset, dude. I mean, I think that's brilliant, dude. That's beautiful. 82% gains in the entry, and could go much higher, but maybe it doesn't. It's up to you to decide. Hey, am I okay with 82%? According to the textbook and everything, this has much higher to go. I mean, from your high to low, you haven't even retraced 38% of the way. You're still at a 23% retrace. That's super, super shallow, and it's just wild to believe that at a 23% retrace, you know, a little bit higher, maybe it's like a 35% retrace. At a 35% retrace from the highest point, you almost doubled in value. Just, it's wild, man. What's up, Jeff, too? Well, we looked at XRP a little while ago. You can rewind. It was the third asset I looked at of the stream. That's right, Wayne, man. So just getting back to it real quick. Hype in the chat for Lord of the Rings. Really appreciate you putting in the effort and time to make this real. It's legendary. It's so legendary that it's the banner of our Discord. If you join the Discord, we've recently, this week, gotten to level 2 on the Discord, and that's just wonderful. Now we get 54 emotes. You can actually, there's a chat tab where you can vote and say what you think would be a great emoji for Discord. Because we got 50 more of them now. And yeah, dude, this month was extremely competitive for meme of the month. You know, Logan just Zachary trolls get wrecked. This is Zachary inside joke thing. This one was Phil Centuramite. XRP trying to get in the hole. Well, it did, but it's back below it, man. It's like the ball keeps like kind of going in and getting back out, man. Get in the hole. That's your home. That's your home, dude. And this was the very close runner-up, dude. Okay. Honorable mention, but, you know, just almost first place, but there has to be a first and second place, dude. All right, this was Black Plasma. Learn the skills to master this low volatile market and defeat depression, scam wicks, and extortion. Look here, listen, Mitch Ray.
Look here! Look, listen!
Bitcoin to 500,000 or I'll eat mine. John McAfee. Trading in the corn. Mark Douglas. There's corn. The Binance Book Club bestseller, Kappa, and then the Snake Handler and Ice and Candy Corn because of Halloween. And the trading floor, the CBOE probably. And Leo DiCaprio. Wow.
Bruh.
It's great, man. Freaking great. Dan Styles came up with this one. Nike, just dump it. You know, the pattern ended up being hilarious. You know, the deep crab pattern ended up looked like a swoosh. Just dump it. Kangs. CEO resigning the literal day it hit the entry for the short. Successful trade setup. But yeah, I don't know. I guess Skyward was bringing in a few more. It's like fake tips. Oh my god, get your own stream, man. It's like, yeah, right, dude. Wow, Probst yesterday trading in the wrong zone. Ace G by Ace G Douglas. Oh my god, that's freaking hilarious, dude.
Bruh.
Get wrecked, Ace G, if you're out there, man. Wow. Look at this. Reasons to live by. Ace G. BitMEX 100 times leverage. Yes, man. Yeah. In crypto, but don't watch Mitch. Moonboy. Yeah, sitting at some restaurant somewhere. Get wrecked. Anyway, we have an immense culture. Very, very deep culture. And very grateful to have it. A lot of amazing people here. We've got nearly 5,000 members in our Discord. It's one of the most active trading and crypto communities that exist. Very nice. Kang Plasma. That's right, dude. So what we should do now, okay? Need to figure out a spot for it. Give me a sec. Okay. Give me a sec. It's got to go on the wall, dude. Alright, we're going to have to put it over one that did not win the actual meme of the month. So it's going to have to go over misshaving or I don't feel any effect at all. Move with it right there. I'm going to have to take up two. It's either you know, 1 and it's really small, or 2 and it looks pretty good. Something like that. Okay. So, hype in the chat for making the wall. Wayne Batson, connect. Black Plasma is already there. So he says, hey man, I've got multiple memes of the month, dude. So catch up. Very good. Okay. So Bitcoin back to 9,200 when just about an hour ago it was at 9,300 or something. Friday night, man. I mean, pumps sometimes happen on the weekends. Like this summer, they were happening all the time. But and last weekend, but before last weekend, I couldn't even remember the last time that Bitcoin actually pumped on the weekend. The memes run so deep. Yes, they so deep. Kenneth Tomo. How about that move on US Steel? Yeah, we looked at it. One of the first assets we looked at of the day. It was awesome, man. Dude, up 30% since the entry. If you watch the stream, you'd know, man. They were coming for you, Wayne Batson, man. It was like they were playing the 1 minute, 2 minute offense, 2 minute huddle. They were just throwing out memes of the month, seeing if they could hit, right, to get in field goal range. James Glenn says that October has been the most rewarding month for him in crypto and stocks in quite some time. Congratulations, James. It doesn't even matter what the browser is, Chris Richards. It was a completely technical position. Like, we didn't care about BAT's fundamentals here. We just said, hey, man, 88% retrace, bullish divergence, critical supports looking left. That's what it was, with nothing to do with the browser. Just like Nike. We didn't care about their apparel. We didn't care about how retail clothing has kind of crashed this year, but Nike kept going. All we cared about was the golden mean ratio. All we cared about was the triple MACD, bearish divergence on the daily, and a couple other variables, and it was perfect, man. The deep crap, the harmonic, highly reliable. That's right. If you want great TA education, you want to become a profitable trader, our Patreon is a great resource, certainly. I think people can attest for that. That are patrons right now. Thanks for the 460 people tuned in. It's a pretty chill stream. We still haven't hit 200 likes. Sorry, man. I guess I suck, dude. Yeah, dude, that's weird. They should, oh yeah, drift to the left like a film reel. Yeah, I know there's a way to do that. I've just never done that on OBS. I just had to figure it out. I'm not sure though, but yeah, I know that's a thing. Oh yeah, but that in crypto but don't watch Mitch, that was from today. So was Aussie 85s. Those are new memes. So there's a new month. So if you want to post some memes and you want to win, we'll see what you got, dude. Okay. Look at Monero. Oh, chat, look what I'm wearing today. Wait, sorry. Monero socks, man. We're going all privacy up in here. Okay, so Monero's up 2.68% today. Decent gains. I mean, somewhat, but if you make the adjustment on the channel, you can clearly see we're still confined. We're still in it. One thing in this correction is once the correction began, we talked about this yesterday in the Halloween stream, that you can't watch anymore, unfortunately, but that's okay. It creates euphoria, creates demand. Oh my God, we want to see Bitcoin night again, man. Once the correction began, you never on the RSI got above 60 again. Every time you ran up, got high enough, you failed, sold off to lower prices. So here we are, chat, approaching the downsloping resistance that's newly adjusted, and we're nearly at 60 on the RSI. Will we finally break through this for the first time since the pinnacle, the buying climax, the crescendo of the 6-month-long bull rally for Bitcoin and many alts? we're going to know probably the next few days, next 5 to 7 day period. Monera's going to tell us really what it is. Is it just going to scrub out again at the 60 and dump again? Or is it going to break through, start getting overbought, and start rallying, making higher highs, higher lows? I think a lot of it has to do with Bitcoin's price action. That's it. I stream pantsless, even though I just showed you my pants and my socks. It was khakis, kahakis, Keva. Well, you know, Monera's different. I actually do have a soft spot for Monera. I think it is the strongest privacy coin that exists on the planet. And just because of that use case alone, I'm cool with it, dude. Yeah, I'm going to wear their socks. I have XRP socks. I have Ethereum socks, Litecoin socks, Bitcoin socks. So I'm going to wear them. It's fun. I don't get to wear socks that often, dude. Working from home, there aren't enough opportunities, especially during the summer, where you're walking outside and you have socks on, because you're normally just wearing like boat shoes or driving shoes with shorts. Who wears socks with shorts on? Like, I mean, you shouldn't. If you this is sock advice. If you're wearing shorts, never wear long socks ever. Only ankle socks. If you want to be cool. All right. Okay, so, it's been like an hour, 8 minutes, so you're local on the 8s. Let's go back to Bitcoin for a second.
Bruh.
Just check it out. Good old-fashioned nothing burger right now. Less than 1 hour until your daily closes. And the Saturday candle will be born. Here it is, man. On the daily. Broke out. High and tight flag stuff until it's not. Until it proves that it's some sort of fake out. It looks like Bitcoin's setting up for higher prices. On this time scale. I don't know. Waves, trash can coin. I don't even have it on my watch list. That's how little I care about it. It's just like those S coins, dude. Just such little liquidity. I mean, even the top ones they lack a lot of liquidity, but then you got the ones that have absolutely no liquidity. Peter Blom, thanks for the sub, dude. Welcome. Good to see you, dudes. Say something in the chat if you're here, and I'll say something back. Local 58s, what? I mean, it's kind of that in a way, but it was the local 08s a minute ago. Dang chat, 9 likes away from 200. Can we do it? I mean, 500 people watching, 9 likes away from 200. That means literally over half of y'all have not hit the like button. Over half of y'all say maybe it's not good.
Socks. Hype into chat to chat to chat.
Oh, what's up, Prodigal Tars, man? What's up, dude? Very good to see you, brother, man. Rest in peace, Longhorns. Can't believe y'all lost. But hey, you know, what makes losing okay when your rival also loses the same week, which was Oklahoma, which was hilarious. Hey, I lost money on it. Whatever, position size isn't near what it used to be early in the season. You get week 10, week 11, man, it's like I take it real easy now, because this is when the Kings start falling. Well, the Kings have already started falling. Wisconsin and Oklahoma. And, I mean, Georgia got upset a few weeks ago, too. I mean, these teams, you start finding out who the real ones are. What teams are getting better throughout the year, what teams are getting worse. A lot of these teams were not getting any better. They were just staying the same. So, MK, yeah, we looked at Beyond Meat earlier. I don't know. I mean, really? Does it really look like it's ready to bounce? Kind of a little bit of RSI divergence. But it's below the 786 and could run to the 886 next. Sure thing, Neil Woods. Thanks for watching, dudes. Because it's now gone in history as like, man, if you missed it, it's over. You don't get to see any of it. I'm still figuring out how to download it, because I don't know if I can even download it. Maybe I can. And if I can download it, we'll make a really lit highlight stream or highlight video of the stream. Interesting. Yeah, CRC's up, 50% today, I think, on earnings. Yeah, I mean, you know, it had a Wall Street estimates minus 4-cent EPS. It reported $1.89 EPS, which is unreal. It's a 5,500% surprise. That was CRC. That will make you go up 50% in value. Yes, it will. Earnings, man. Earnings do it, dude. Earnings are like what anything that was going on can get obliterated. And it can shift and turn around. Yeah, dude, here's your California Resources Group. And it's weird, you know, like there was a false breakout here, and it's like now you gapped up, and 839, almost close to a bullish Marabazoo, not quite, but look at the hammer. I guess there was divergence that occurred on the daily, but you didn't know. It could have kept building. Again, earnings changes everything. That will change it all. This move up would have never happened without earnings. So, good to see, man. Hopefully, you're 100 times leverage, man. There you go, dude. Hi, Prodigal. Have a good one, man. Yeah, yesterday felt like Friday. It feels like Sunday today. Or Monday.
Bruh.
Hey man, love your streams. Can you give us a 2-minute crash roundup on RSI and MAC divergence key points? Love, bro.
Sure. John Cruz, thanks for the $7.80 of Ethereum. Asking about divergence. Yeah, I can just go to my Patreon. I'm going to go to my Patreon and just play a clip for you. How about that? Remember, any kind of educational stuff that you see in my stream, how to do it, it's all in there, man. It's all up in there. If I can find it. I don't know how well the search thing is here. Okay. No, that one's really good, but man, there's just so much education, dude. Seriously. So freaking much. I'm just going to play this one. Okay, so sit back. If you want to learn about some divergence, you also want to get a sneak peek and a preview of the Patreon and what all it entails. You can expect, if you join the Patreon, to get all this stuff all the time, okay?
Noise!
Thanks, King.
Ooh, Alex, 2 times.
Bruh.
Thanks for the TN contribution and all the Doges and Pepes flying everywhere. Thank you, dude. Very, very cool of you. Patron asked a question. Well, you know what I'll do? I'll put it up on the big screen. How about that? Oops, sorry. Saying, hey man, there's just so much divergence, bullish divergence going on with like Link. Right, I'm like, Link, how could Link be showing bullish divergence when it's making higher lows in the short term? And that's when it's like, all right. I said, hey, you can't do that. You can't have that. And so, pretty much, right? The only way you can make bullish divergence is if you make a low on price. You make a lower low on price. Alright. Okay, low on price, lower low on price. Oscillator, where you spike on price, and then you dump with the price. So you're making, on say your oscillator, right?
the same low, and then you make a higher low. Okay, so this is bullish divergence, right? Oscillator price. And so what is convergence? Well, I guess we could do bullish convergence, where you make a low on price, and then you make a higher low on price, and then your oscillator pretty much mimics it, right? Where you have a low on price, a higher low on price, your oscillator's a low, and it makes a higher low as well, right? So that's your that's the difference between divergence and convergence, right? But then you can have you know, hidden divergence, which is you know, there's classic and there's classic divergence, and then there's like hidden divergence, right? So
All right, man. That was 2 minutes. You asked for 2 minutes. You got 2 minutes of divergence talk. Boom.
Bruh.
Okay. Hopefully that helped. If it did, let me know, dude. Thank you, brother. It's already been clipped, Andy. I just played a literal Patreon clip, dude. Pretty cool. Aid Sup Ratman. Supermenton. Whatever. Thanks for the sub, dude. Welcome. Wait. You wanna show that descending triangle in Discord, dude? When I think I'll wrap up? Whenever. I can wrap up whenever I want to. Whenever, dude. It's a pretty chill stream today, so. Yeah, John Cruz. Sure, man. What are all the transitions? I don't know. If Brian's in here, man, dude, just don't use that weird transition. Just use a fade. A fade transition's easy. It's fine. The weird streak things, it's like, you know, you're supposed to make those little transitions like that almost seamless. And when you do the actual transition of the diamonds or whatever it is, the red and white, gray, it doesn't make it seamless. So, yeah. It's more than that, though, element of P, right? I was looking, Joe M, for the download for the Creator Studio. I didn't find it. Couldn't find it at all. So. And thanks for the new people that have joined the Discord, dudes. Alright, man. Well, I don't know. I guess yesterday was Friday. Today is Sunday. Bitcoin's at 92.58. There's 37 minutes left until your daily close. I don't know if I can make it. Okay, the party is prepared. The people are prepared. Alright, I guess I can just come back tonight if it warrants it.
Is that a joint?
Am I too high, or did Mitch turn into the brawny paper towel lumberjack? Man bunnies this research SMH.
Sorry about the research, dude. Yeah, I guess I did. I turned it into a lumberjack connect or something. I am a lumberjack still. It's just a different, it's like an autumn lumberjack, right? Not a summer or winter lumberjack. It matches. It's pretty contemplative. What is it? Contemplative? I don't know, dude. Excuse me. So, see, it's not showing up there. Why is it not showing up there, but it's actually playing? Wow. Don't understand. I guess I don't. It's not that big a deal. As long as it shows up, I'm happy. Like on the stream. Yeah, so thanks so much for Stephen Kahn and Samantha Johnson for joining the Patreon today, as well as... Just remember, I don't ever push Patreon much unless it's like the first few days of the month, like where there's extreme amounts of value involved, and it's like, yeah, do that because I really want people to know if you're gonna join it, this is the time, not later in the month, right? Brian R, welcome back again. Go Balls DR, Andrew P, Patrick D, Alan J, Chad T, Nathaniel T, Mark B, Matthew S, or Miss Chafferty. Thank you all for joining today. It means a lot. Hopefully see a few more y'all. Matthew Crawford, thanks for sub, dude. I think you are a sub already, so yep. So freaking love y'all. I'll be back maybe tonight. If Bitcoin volatility picks up, I'll be back. But if not, you know, people are in from out of town, so might just be partying with my peoples, my IRL peoples. Okay. Andy, I know that meme, dude. That's hilarious, dude. That is so funny, and it's so funny that I know what you're talking about. Whatever Andy just said, it was a Wings of Redemption meme. Wings of Redemption is this guy.
Look here! Look, listen!
At one time, he was such a piece of crap to people who watched his streaming videos. And he said one time, he's like, either subscribe to my channel, donate, or get the F out. Like, he literally did that, which is the most insane thing I've ever heard in my life. It's like, that's not how it works. And it just became a meme. So, Andy, thanks for the funniness. I know that message got hidden, but I get you, dude. It's funny. You got me, dude. So, y'all are amazing. I'll be back maybe if there's volatility tonight. So until next time, respect the TA.
those turd nuggets?